As parts of the country enter a second heat wave of the summer, the Met Office have raised the fire warnings to exceptional, the highest level for much of southern England. Now, to most of us, seeing these kinds of images from June is enough for us to believe scientists when they link regular wildfires happening on our doorstep to climate change. But this isn't enough for some people, many of who are conspiracy theorists. Now, they always claim things aren't quite as they seem. Well, in a minute, I'll be talking to an expert on the causation of these wildfires and why we're suddenly experiencing them across the capital. But first, let's take a look at some of these conspiracy theories that have made a home on social media. Now, to most people, these conspiracy theories are going to sound crazy, but the beliefs are so widespread that just today, a hashtag climate scam has been trending on social media throughout the UK. One Londoner has taken to Twitter claiming that these fires aren't climate-related, saying they want to lock us down over fake climate change. Now, if you were brave enough to have left the house during the June heat wave, you would have noticed that TfL was severely disrupted because of the high temperatures. Well, this conspiracy theory is claiming that the fake news is reporting the fires being connected to the heat wave. They go on to claim that there is no such thing as climate change and that the hot weather is a cover for taking down the London Underground tunnels, which is all tied up with a theory that the government is trying to control us, which they think is similar to what happened during COVID lockdowns. Another person went on to say that weather presenters deserved online abuse for reporting on the heatwave, claiming that they are trying to fool the public. Well, I spoke to Andy Elliott, Senior Research Fellow at Wildfire Lab, University of Exeter. Here's what he told me. A lot of people on social media have been talking about kind of weather cycles and claiming that a lot of this is actually a natural cycle. We saw it in the 70s. Is this kind of drought and heat wave caused by climate change, or is it a natural cycle?
Well, you're right that there are those two things. You have weather patterns, and 76 was a result of a weather pattern. And we now have the effects of climate change. And I'm certainly convinced that the evidence that I've seen that we are now seeing the effects of climate change. These every year we're seeing this type of event. We're seeing more extreme events, whether that's more extreme rainfall or in this case more extreme temperatures and the drought. The climate prediction models suggested this is what we would get, and it's exactly what we are getting.
We've experienced in the capital droughts before. In my lifetime, I've seen, the grass going this kind of colour. Why are we seeing so many wildfires this summer as opposed to others? We haven't seen something really like this since the 70s.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to that original point. It is the fact that it is so extreme at the moment. We've got the combination of a very long spell of drought. We've also had some record-breaking temperatures, which really reduced the amount of moisture in the air. So while grass does go yellow towards the end of the summer ordinarily, it's still flexible, it still has moisture within it. It's just that a lot of the chlorophylls died off as the plant dies off. At the moment, that's been bleached off by the sun. So it's a much more dangerous fuel type than just normal drying out at the end of the year.